Okay, we're gonna do our intro.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
No, hold on. I was like shaking my titties.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Unique, and this is
Jelena,
my best friend.
Hey.
So,
her best friend, y'all best friend, we besties.
You're not her best friend.
No,
I
sorry.
am. Okay, great. So today we took you on a journey of our morning skincare routine. As you know, I have dry skin, but my friend is
oily skin.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Combo.
Combo.
More on the combo side. So we're going to do our skincare routine and also talk a little tea. We went on a little bit of roller coaster ride. We talk a lot.
We talk a lot, and we're very much like, and then when we don't have to talk, all we have to do is go. And that was it. That's our whole conversation.
But this video is not that.
No. We try to include y'all.
We did.
Yeah. There's a lot.
It's a lot. I'm not sure how editing Unique is going to do this, but I think that we had a really good conversation.
Yes.
I would love to hear more about it. And so without further ado, let's go into the video. So you guys know all about my skin already. So if you haven't seen any of my other skincare videos, you know that I have dry skin. I am a dry babe. I have fungal acne. I got a little bit of closed comedones. I have it all. Okay, and right now we had a little hormonal situation going on because it is that time of the month.
Yes, Lord, yes.
But I want my beastie, my best friend, Jelena, to tell you guys a little bit about her skin before we get into our routines.
Okay. My skin, it was, before I hit 30, I was always oily. Always oily. And then also I didn't really pay attention to like what skincare products I was using. Okay. So I didn't realize like some of the skincare, what's the one that starts with the N? Neutrogena.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that on their packaging it would say like oil. Like oily based or something like that. And I didn't realize I was adding to more of the oil. I used to have like a bunch of pimples on my forehead in my teens and early 20s. Like it was like, ugh. And then as I got older, it started to clear up. And then now, after having children, I'm noticing it doesn't matter how much stress I'm under, a pimple will arise.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Sounds about right.
It could just be the slightest little thing, boop, there goes a pimple. And the other thing that I'm having is like, which you saw earlier, like here,
dryness.
It's dry. And so, yeah, it's dry. And then my nose, it doesn't matter how much I clean my face, how much I do the little blackhead thing. I have blackheads all on my nose. But I constantly try to keep it clean. If I miss one day of like washing my face.
Yeah, blackheads.
Blackheads.
I get blackheads a lot around my nose too. I think it's pretty common for most people. Yeah. Especially with oilier skin.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you're more combo now. So you have dryness under your eyes. And then, is your forehead or your T-zone still pretty oily? Yeah,
those are still pretty oily.
Okay.
And then, but I think also because of the last year of us all wearing masks, right here has become a little bit dry too. Yeah. So I've been really trying to focus, like when I do my moisturizing and stuff like that, I really try to focus down here and on my neck area where all of that like gook builds up from wearing the mask and stuff. Yeah, because the mask has been... It's done a number on a lot of our face this year, for sure. Yeah, and then I get a pimple because then I got to stress to wash all 20 of the masks so that way we get a fresh, clean mask.
Moral of the story is that you stress easy.
Yes.
And it shows up
Can
in
you
your
tell?
face.
I'm just like, I have a pimple right now.
But my trigger is not necessarily stress, it's sugar. And then this girl made me Bailey's and cookies and cream milkshake, and I legitimately have made myself one. She's never went back. Night.
There's no regular drinking milkshake anymore in her life.
No, I had to add the Bailey's. Yeah, and so I got pimples.
I'm gonna tell you right now that you totally should make sure you eat healthy, take care of your skin.
Yes,
but for all you moms out there, Chick-fil-A cookies and cream and Bailey's Irish cream, mix it together.
Bomb.
Amazing.
Put the kids to bed first.
Yes, you're welcome.
Because you're not going to care about them after you drink
And we're not sharing this. We don't share this. No. We don't share it. And you want to get the large milkshake, the large one, and you can cut it in half. You can do 2 servings. Yeah.
Sometimes 3. Sometimes I can make it 3 if I add enough Baileys and stress that ice cream out, girl. But don't drink it every night. Don't be like me. Your skin will not like it.
It was like every night you were either Insta-storying it or sending me a picture, and I'm like,
Every night.
Bro, like, I'm just saying once a week. And you like, nah, I need this every night.
I have a sweet tooth.
Yes.
And it's like the perfect nightcap.
Yeah.
Right before I go to bed. Which just makes it worse because it's right before I go to bed.
And a little tea. She got like a drawer. I don't know if you have this anymore. But in her old place where she was living, she had a drawer of snacks next to her bed.
Yes. I've gotten better.
But if you ever want to get on her good side, bring her Twizzlers.
Yes. Yeah. Red original. Or if you can find the green apple.
Yes, which is very hard to find. So when I bring it to her, I'm her favorite person. I mean, I'm already her favorite person, but I'm extra now.
So we just washed our face. We didn't want to... That would have been boring. Okay, we just washed our face. You want to tell them what you used?
Yeah, so I'm pretty basic.
It's whatever. Go ahead. Tell them what you use.
So I use CeraVe.
Uh-huh.
This is what I use.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, really good. And I use the battery operated like exfoliator.
Mm-hmm. Cleansing brush.
Yeah, cleansing brush. Sorry. I don't know technical terms. It has some bristles on it. So this is what I use in the morning and I use it at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for this morning, I am using the Dermalogica Ultra Calming Cleanser because I have a bit of dryness right now. I did do a fairly strong treatment recently, so I don't want anything too harsh on my face because, like I said, the girl's already a dry skin babe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be messed up out here if I use anything stronger than that right now. So that's what we're using. And then what do you want? Oh, also I need to preface this with, this is fungal acne safe. This is not fungal acne safe. So if you are watching this and you deal with fungal acne, you can use anything that I'm using. Don't pay attention to this stuff over here. Okay?
I mean, my stuff is good. It's just not good for that.
It's just not fungal acne safe. Yeah. Okay, if you have oily skin, normal to dry skin, this can still be your girl too, okay? Preface. Right, so after you cleanse your face, what do you do next?
Well, my best friend, she told me that I needed to use this, and she bought me one of these bottles, and then now I just go back. Where is it at again? Sephora. They sell it at Sephora. It's like $7. So it's by the Inky or the one Inky? Okay, because I didn't know if that was a one or an I. Inky List, and it's hyaluronic acid.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Look at me, y'all.
And if you saw my past video, I reviewed the Inky List hyaluronic acid versus the ordinary hyaluronic acid. And I told y'all that I really liked that one. It just broke me out. So I gave it to her. And then I sent one to you, right?
No, you sent it. Yeah, it came in the mail. You sent it to me.
I sent one to you. Yeah. So she's using that hyaluronic acid. I'm also using a hyaluronic acid. I'm using the Oseke hyaluronic acid ampoule because, again, I'm dealing with quite a bit of dryness. So I need a little extra oomph in my routine right now.
What do you do?
Yeah.
See my little drop?
We'll enter B-roll.
Right.
So I didn't want to just focus on skincare. Since I'm sitting here with my best friend, I wanted to talk about something that we've seen in the media quite recently, right? And that is this Porsha Williams getting engaged to her supposed friend's ex-husband, whose divorce is not finalized yet.
His divorce.
Yeah.
The guy. Oh, you mean the friend? Yeah. Basically, the person that she's gotten with, she's engaged to, is still married.
Okay.
Yeah.
But going through a divorce.
Is currently going through a divorce, yes.
And so social media has been up in an uproar. To say the least.
Yep.
Over this.
Okay.
Oh, before you do that, what you gonna do next?
Oh, okay. So in the middle of this, I guess I'll tell you guys what I'm doing to my face. So after that I put this on, I'm going to now go ahead and put the Daily Oil-Free Hydrating Lotion on my face.
From Cetaphil.
Okay.
Does this one already have SPF or is that just the regular one?
No, I don't think it has SPF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because then the next one, that's the one I put on.
Oh, so then after that you do SPF. Okay, so then I'm going to be using the Nola Skin Essentials Rejuvenate Serum. I call this one Pregnancy Glow in the bottle. And then I'm going to moisturize and then SPF. Yeah. Okay, so tell us what's happening, girl.
Okay, so let me tell you, let me first preference this with, we have a lot of preferences. Yeah. I don't watch the show very often, but I do like watching the reunions. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love watching the reunions because then you just get all the tea. after everything's aired and what's really happening behind the scenes.
Because I miss all the boring stuff.
I don't really care about who went to lunch and who said what to hurt their feelings. Well, whatever. Like, I want the real tea. Who went away for vacation and slept with who? Like, what? Ooh. Like, that comes out during the reunions.
Oh, girl.
So y'all know Porsha Williams then got pregnant by this man, Dennis. Mm-hmm. But during her pregnancy, apparently just during the pregnancy, who knows if it was before the pregnancy or whatever, but he was out there, you know.
Everybody who wasn't her.
Yes. He was everybody else's man but hers.
Ooh.
He was community penis.
Oh, Jesus.
There's probably going to be a lot of words that she's going to have to bleep out from my mouth. And so they were going through what they were going through, but then on the show, Porsha was like, you know, I have to just work with what I have, and this is my family. Like, Dennis's family. This is the father of my child. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Which is something us women have to tell ourselves in order to get through the day. It's like, well, he's the father of our children, so I guess I have to put up with some stuff and work with what I have. I want my
family. So
yes, I want my family, which is something I think she even said before. And then she also, so anyways, so through that, apparently, obviously, it didn't work out. Like, they weren't working out.
Yeah.
They are no longer together, apparently. Mm-hmm. But now, it's been reported by Porsha herself that she is now in a very engaged relationship. Yeah, she's engaged after a month to
this new Simon.
Some guy named Simon. I don't even know who the man is. Yeah. But he is currently married to Fallon, who was on The Real Housewives.
And was introduced to the show through Porsha.
So let me tell this to all y'all snowflakes who don't really be paying attention, okay? Reality TV isn't reality TV.
Can we talk about that?
Yes, we can.
Because I think...
Putting this on.
Mm-hmm. Because of social media, too, right? We follow reality. We've been watching reality TV for so many years now. Yeah. And then you add social media to where you get to see a little bit more in depth of their life. That we get, and I'm just talking in general. Yeah. We get so caught up in what it looks like and in these storylines that we compare ourselves to them.
Yeah.
And then I think because we are older, we can recognize that these storylines are fabricated and are false. Because, you know, you have to push some kind of story for us to follow. To fall in love with the characters, to fall in love with what's happening, to see these people argue and be pitted against each other. Like, come on, drama sells.
Drama and sex sell. Yeah.
So they have to have a kind of scripted or planned out storyline. But for me, I'm always thinking about the younger girls who this is what they aspire to. And these are the type of Black love situations that we see mostly in the media. These like struggle love, the toxic love, the I am carrying your child or I've had children for him. He stepped out on me, but as a woman, I have to decide what's best for our family, even though he was not thinking of what's best for our family when he was sticking everywhere else but here in his household.
I'm just going to drink some more water.
Drink your water, right? And it's just like so unfortunate that is what sells and that is what's pushed. And now even in this situation where she is engaged to another man and we're not focused on how they love each other, how they connected, the love story. We're focused on, wait, but that used to be your friend's man. Wait, she was married? Girl, you done stole this woman's husband.
Exactly. And that's the part about reality TV I don't like, this because reality TV is everything but reality. Now, mind you, the words coming out of their mouth is not scripted. But they are placed in these scenarios that is scripted.
Right.
So like it's planned. If they're going to go to a restaurant on Thursday at 1 o'clock, that's pre-planned, right? That is a pre-planned scenario. And usually the tables are filled with actors. Like not the table they're at, but the background. Those are actors who aren't part of the conversation or aren't part of the show. They just get hired from the show just to sit in background.
Right.
That tends to happen a lot.
So they're extras.
Yes. Just like when y'all see stuff when one of the women on any one of the reality shows come out and like, oh, y'all try to set me up. Because that's them going, y'all trying to push this narrative on the show and set me up.
This sunscreen that's why I tell y'all I don't like this one. Y'all all tell me to use
I'm literally
this one.
like, yeah. Wait, what's happening?
I don't like it. It does this. It don't matter what moisturizer I use this on top.
That's a sunscreen?
Yes.
Yeah. See, mine doesn't leave a white residue like that, but mine will make me look pasty pale.
Yeah.
And I have to wait a little bit. Like, I'll dab it on and I'll wait a little bit for it to like sink in, and then I'll go back and just like go with my hand. Yeah.
But it only did it in that area, which is very interesting. But yeah, it does this one. That's why I stick by Paula's choice. Yeah. She don't do me wrong. Sorry, go ahead, continue.
She's very passionate about this, okay? So yeah, like reality TV is not reality TV. And I hate when people are like, well, let me pick sides. There's no sides. You can't pick sides. Not on these shows, because it's all BS. It's all BS.
Yeah.
So from what I understand is that if you ladies ever pay attention to, or men, hey, if any of you guys ever pay attention to when they introduce anybody on the show, they're like, oh, this is my friend Sarah. We've known each other since blah, blah, blah. Or we went to the same blah, blah, blah. Or our kids know each other.
Right.
They don't really know each other. But they try to push this narrative that, hey, they've been friends, they know each other, and then that's how this person gets introduced to be one of the wives on the show.
Because they can't just randomly put somebody in the show. It wouldn't make sense in the storyline. Right. So that's what we're learning about Porsha and Fallon. Yes. Even though they were introduced as friends, they really was not friends.
And because if you also notice, like on these shows, when they go like, hey, Michelle, why didn't you stick up for your friend? Like, don't y'all know each other? And you always questioning, like, yeah, why isn't such and such sticking up for her friend why she allow all these women to attack her friend? Because in reality, they're not friends. Right. And in that situation, she's not thinking, let me stick up for my friend, because that would be fake. She's thinking, well, hell, what's the tea, sis? Right. What this woman, what this stranger
who said that?
Who said that? What did this stranger just say about this girl? You know, she don't really know her.
So let me ask you this question. Yeah. In this situation where let's look at the facts. Let's call it as it is. Okay. It's two black women in the same circles. Yeah. But not friends. Right. Is Porsha still in the wrong, even though she's not friends with Fallon, but she knew of their situation? Right. Is she still in the wrong?
You know what this brings me down to? What? Makes me remember the whole Khloe Kardashian and what's her name?
Yes.
Now, obviously, that situation is different from this situation. Yeah. But there's something that I can't remember her name. It's not The View, but the other table. There's The Talk, and then there's the other one.
The Real.
The Real. Her name starts with an L. I don't watch the show. I just saw little clips of it. The black lady.
Oh, the comedian.
Yes.
Yes.
Her.
Lonnie.
Thank you. I'm like, I know her name starts with an L. She made a comment about Khloe's baby daddy. Okay. Where she was like, I don't know why everybody's upset with
Jordan.
I know the girl's name, y'all. We just haven't talked about them in a while.
It's been a minute.
Right, it's been a minute. You know, I don't know why everybody's upset with Jordan, because basically Khloe's baby daddy is community.
Hoocha.
And you can't be mad about community. So when she said that rubbed me such a wrong way, because she also said there's no such thing as girl code. This is from her mouth. I have no allegiance to you, girl. I have allegiance to myself.
That's real selfish.
That's how I felt. Now, I do agree with her. If he out here, it's not everybody else, then girl, you can't get mad at this woman. You gotta get mad at him.
Right.
But when she said, there's no such thing as girl code because I'm a woman. That's what she said, because I'm a woman. Now, let me tell you something. I don't care what age you is, all right? There is right and wrong is the point. Girl code and bro code is all about knowing what's right and what's wrong, right? Obviously, you doing something shiesty, right? And this is how I felt. I felt Jordan did something shiesty, right? Just speaking on just that. I don't feel like Porsha did anything shiesty. Yeah. Because I don't think, one, Fallon herself, the wife, said, me and Porsha weren't friends. We were introduced through our husbands. Right. Because our husbands had a relationship of some sort of friendship.
Portia's fiance, excuse me.
And her husband. Dennis, the hot dog guy.
Yeah.
They had some sort. So Simon, the man that she's currently engaged to, and Dennis, the man that she had a child with, who she was engaged to, they had the relationship.
Some kind of relationship.
Yeah,
right.
So I hate it when people try to pull out, well, damn, Porsha, that was your homegirl. Yeah. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. First of all, that wasn't her homegirl. And even if they were just in the vicinity of knowing of each other or even working with each other, does she still have allegiance to this woman? To me, no. I don't think so.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I try not to cast judgment on people, right? Because I never know the full details.
Right, exactly. We don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I know what is portrayed to us, but what I do pay attention to is how we react. We meaning social media, Black Twitter, how we react. Because why is it that we always focus on the woman and what the woman is doing?
And what the woman is doing. Always. If a woman slept with the man, right? And then she go sleep with another man, it's like, oh. But he doing the same thing. Right. He doing the same exact thing. But we're going to focus on her because she has to be clean. And untouchable. And pure. Let me tell you something.
And pure.
Let me tell you something, okay? Y'all got some nerves up in here, okay? Some nerves.
Listen, purity culture is toxic.
Right.
Because it focuses on one aspect of a woman. One aspect. Whether she is clean or is she defiled because she slept with a man prior to her husband.
Her marriage. Right.
Right. And it has this like train of thought where if you stay pure, you are going to be exalted as this woman, like, oh my gosh, this glorious woman. She's on a pedestal.
Right.
And so much good is going to happen to you.
Exactly.
We have seen time and time again. It don't matter if you are Halle Berry, Beyonce, or Jelena.
Jennifer Aniston.
These men go cheat.
They go.
If he go cheat, he go cheat. It don't matter if he was pure or not.
He would. What does Sadie Pooh say that time? If he got time to pee.
If he got time to pee, he has time to cheat.
He has time to cheat.
Now, do I believe that all men cheat? No. What we're saying is it is not our responsibility as women to behave in such a way to keep our men from cheating. That's not my responsibility, okay?
Y'all hear the word? Y'all hear the word?
Whether I'm a virgin, not a virgin, a good woman, a bad woman, I sleep with you every night, I don't sleep with you every night. If he is going to cheat, it don't matter what you do. It don't matter what you do.
When people, I hate, you know what I hate?
Ooh, she done came up out her head, y'all.
Because it was restricting all the. I was just like, okay, let me just try to take it off over here. You know what I hate? When they go, well, at least I can keep a man. Well, at least I married mine. Let me tell you something.
We didn't want him to begin with.
First of all, sis, because I'm not gonna call you what I really want to call you. First of all, sis, he's mediocre at best.
At best.
Okay.
If that.
And now you are bragging on this mediocrity. Okay, saying, oh, well, at least I married mine. What does that have to do with anything? Well, I got my man. Look at the ring he gave. That, to me, that's not a flex.
It's not.
That's not a flex. It's not a flex.
It's not, because if people really understood how much work goes into committed relationships, it's not a flex.
It's not a flex.
It's not especially when y'all not healthy. Like your marriage or your relationship is toxic AF. Don't be on here flexing to the gram. And then 2 seconds later, it's another person in your life.
Right. And then that's the thing. Like, I know we're like way off topic from Porsha, but kind of still on topic.
Y'all know what it is.
Right. If y'all don't realize, this show started, The Real Housewives started in Orange County. And it started as following women who are basically housewives.
Right.
They may have jobs, but really they're home and they're taking care of the family.
And they're taken care of.
And they're taken care of. That was the stigma. But if you notice, all of the housewives who were married to whoever they were married to at some point separated during the show, divorced, like Nene divorced, but then remarried the same person, or was caught cheating, and now they're in counseling. If you notice, there is no such thing as a perfect couple, because there is chaos and mayhem within any relationship.
Everybody goes through something.
Yeah. And I hate when they try to make it as if this is the latest gossip. Just like with Porsha. It's like she is saying she's happy, whether it's for the show or not. Right. She's saying out of her mouth, she said, I am happy. Me and Simon are happy. This is why it happened so fast, because we're so in love with each other.
Yeah.
I wish Fallon well, but was not my friend. Mm-hmm. But now everybody's trying to turn it into the salacious thing. Like, girl, how can you be engaged to the man that was married to your friend? Let me say this too. I love my best friend. I love her wholeheartedly.
Lord, I don't like the way this sounds.
And this is the thing. Loving.
Do I need to be the example?
Well, who else am I going to say?
Okay, go ahead,
Who else am I going to say?
Go ahead.
No. Name the person and I'll use them.
I won't.
You're like, because it's me.
All right.
Now, my best friend, I want the world for her.
Period.
I want her to be happy.
Period.
24/7.
Okay.
Okay. If in this moment, this is just an example. Okay. Just an example. If she was like, I'm in love with your man.
Whew, Jesus.
Now, I'm going to try to think very sensible, okay? Obviously, that would make me very emotional because I would feel like there was shiesty stuff happening behind the scene. Right.
So, when you say in love with your man, like your current man, or have you and this man no longer together?
Right. And I feel like that's important too. Mm-hmm. Because, okay, I've heard someone once say, like, there's thousands of people out there. Why would you fall in love with this? You can't help who you love.
Yeah.
And I know that deep down. That doesn't make me not want to strangle her. But I know that deep down, right? That
you go left him in heaven, girl.
Right. Y'all gonna love each other separately. Now, I know that, like, that right there, like, I know I'm a smart woman. Like, you can't help who you care for and all of that stuff, right?
And you tend to fall in love with people you're around.
Constant. That's why you see on these shows everybody sleeping with everybody.
Right.
They just all with each other 24/7. Right. And, but that doesn't mean I still don't want her to be happy. Mm-hmm. You know? So it would take a lot of for us to even remain friends, it would take a lot of soul searching.
That's such a nice answer. Because I'm going to be real.
I was being real. I'm not saying I'm not going to choke you. I'm just saying I still have to think sensibly about the situation.
I think that comes from a place of, like, you're such a grown woman. Because I'm such a petty person. That I don't think I could be there in that place. Yeah. Even if I'm not with him anymore. Because I'd be like, girl, you listen to me. Talk about everything that he put me through. Or what we went through. So and you still
go ahead and fall in love with him. Go ahead and fall in love with him if you want to.
And don't come complaining to me when he treats you the same way. Yeah. Because you saw it.
But this is the other thing. Just because he ain't do for me doesn't mean he ain't gonna do for her.
True. Very much true.
And he may not be the man I want him to be. Yeah. But maybe he can be the man she wants him to be because it takes different people to become different people.
And I heard this recently too. Yeah. Which was so true. Different people in different situations pull out a different version of you. Yes. So in one relationship, I could be forced really to be very strong and independent and assertive. Right. But then in another relationship can be more soft, more, able to take the back seat and let somebody else lead. Yes. Because I like the way that they approach things.
Yes. So, so I don't know if anybody else is on TikTok University, but I'm learning a whole lot.
All the things.
And I love it. One of the conversations is that when a black man will point out, like, that he likes white women.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, talk about it, sis.
And then in that same sentence, he'll go, I can't stand black women because XYZ. That's why I love white women. Instead of just saying his preference is white women, he has to put down the black women.
To, like, justify his preference for white women.
So, which is making a lot of black women come out and say, you want to know why women has had enough with black women have had enough with black men? It's because y'all constantly put us down, and then in our own relationships, we have to we have to protect ourselves. Yeah. So now we have initially taken over like the man role. Now I have to provide for myself. Now I have to make sure I'm strong for myself. Now I have to make sure I'm watching my back. Now I have to make sure that when I'm assertive, because there's no one in the relationship who is being assertive for the both of us. So I have to be assertive for myself. Right. That we now put up this wall, which is totally true. Right. 100% true. I know for me, personal experience, I have to put up a wall and be like, okay, so this is what I got to do for me. Yeah. Because I notice in this situation, I'm only thinking of me. And then
nobody else is thinking
of me, right? Because all my entire life, I'm thinking of me and the family.
And everyone else.
Right, which is what women's roles are. Which has made, like I said, the black women to come out to say, well, we've had to take this role. And then now...
have to be strong.
Right, and now black men are going, yeah, y'all stay wanting to be men. And it's like, no, we don't. Do you aspire to be a man?
I don't at all.
No.
You know what I would like?
Yeah, what would that be?
I would like if... Do I need to preface this?
Yes, preference.
Okay. Yeah. I am very much married to a black man, biracial black man, who is very strong, very assertive. Mm-hmm. And he knows this very much about himself. Yeah. Because of his assertiveness and his type A personality, I kind of have no choice but to be type A. Right. Because he would run over me. That's just how it is. He would run over me. I would just be following. And that's not what I want, okay? Because as a woman in a relationship, any relationship, whether you're with a man who's very strong or a man who has no opinion whatsoever, you have to, because, you know, it can go either way. Yeah. Like we said earlier, it pulls out different parts of you. Mm-hmm. And so because of the woman that I am, I cannot just sit back and be completely led and be completely dependent on someone. I have to feel like my opinions and my feelings are being considered, they're heard, valid. Okay. Is it more sunscreen?
Yeah, just a little bit. Which is now like, it's like, I don't want to keep rubbing. Yeah.
It's fine. Keep rubbing. I got a solution.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to take this out. Yeah, that went away.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I
What is this?
Lotion or moisturizer. This moisturizer costs $50.
You're like, I'm not even
sure. We're not going to because y'all love budget-friendly stuff. Right. I'm not really that girl. I'm just not. Okay.
So there's no link below. Right. Don't worry about this one.
I mean, I'll link it below, but I'm telling you now. Yeah. It's $50. Yeah. But it's worth every coin. Okay, go ahead.
You know what I hate? What? Welcome to our roller coaster. Right? This small ass thing. Yeah. It's 1 point.
But look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it did work though. And it was only a little bit. Yeah. And it's all glistening now down here. Yeah, it was only a little bit.
The girls work. Yeah. I like good products. So yeah. I'm willing to spend my point.
See, in my head, I always try to say like, you know, I do like things that are like, okay, it may be an expensive shirt. Mm-hmm. It's going to last long. You know what I mean? I do like that. Mm-hmm. But then I had this back and forth because being raised in a home where we didn't have a lot of money and name brand wasn't a thing. I'm always like, okay, how can I justify this? So I can I just go to Walmart and get like the same shirt.
The little moisturizer.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say that to me, like these products, even though they're just from Target, it's expensive. Like
CeraVe's not cheap.
These aren't cheap. I run these down to the little itty bitty, and then I'm cutting the bottle open to scrub out whatever's inside it.
I love CeraVe and Cetaphil because they make really good products. Yes, they're just more accessible in the drugstore. Yeah, but these are not $5 products. No, you spend a little coin.
A little coin. Yeah. Yes. 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 Because yeah. Like these little things, I look at it, I'm going, well, that was thinking, yeah. And then I was using, remember that time we were on the phone together and I was at Target and I was like, I want to get these, what were the pads that I got? What were those pads again? The toning. Oh, the toning.
Oh, yeah.
I bought those one time.
Yeah.
Because that box was $36. And
they're like, no, girl, you have to get that one.
Yeah. And I bought it, and I think it came with like maybe 20 of those little pads to do tone. And I did, and it worked great. And I was just like, I just can't spend $36.
Yeah.
And they wanted you to use 2 pads a day.
I know.
Which means I had to spend $36 twice in a month. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you could cut the pad in half.
Why did you listen, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that.
You realistically don't need the whole pad.
The whole pad. Yeah. Oh, are they on a timer?
Yeah, just to save battery.
Oh,
because you can charge them with your
cord. So smart. Hey, y'all go down the link below to grab yourself a mirror.
Yes, I will link it below. It's my favorite.
It's so smart.
Obviously, because I brought them to her house.
But there was something I definitely wanted to say about the situation.
Okay, Porsha.
Yes, because because in order for us to get some of the tea, I was looking at the Shade Room the other day, and then Unique played the
Breakfast Club.
Parts of talking about the Porsha situation. And they said that Porsha is now getting a 3-episode spin-off.
So do y'all see how we just play straight into their hand? Because I would not be surprised if the show started the drama.
You know what I wish? I wish I was as organized and thoughtful in when things were going to happen and how it was going to play out.
Yeah.
Strategize.
Yeah.
For my own social media content. Because Jesus.
Kris Jenner.
Can I have a Kris Jenner?
This is a Kardashian play.
Yes.
This is a Kardashian play.
I always thought it was kind of weird how people would be like, oh, Kris Jenner did it. Kris Jenner. And I was like, why would she want her daughters to do this? And the more and more I learn, drama sells.
Because think about it. We're all talking about Porsha's situation, and she's just adding little tidbits to it, right? Because
what did she do? What did she do? She just posted a picture of her that no one knew about this. No one cared. But then she just posts this picture, and then all of a sudden after the picture, we got a week of drama. And then as this week of drama came out, then Bravo comes out and says she's going to get her little spinoff.
I understand that there's a business in the industry. There's money here. I could not imagine living my life every day through that lens of like, I have to be on in front of the camera.
The show,
I have to have some level of drama in my life.
Yeah.
For the show.
The show has really taken just took a left turn. Like now where we were supposed to see women, and how they were building their families up and raising their families. Now, every time they're on camera, they're glammed up.
Oh, the glam is...
Yeah. And
the glam is real.
The glam is real. And what it used to be was watching these women interact with their children and their husbands or their wives or whatever. And now we don't see the children anymore because now each housewife was like, no, I don't want my kids on.
Yeah,
because there's...
Y'all try it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that happen with Orange County with some of the kids that gone to jail, drugs, alcohol, and they're 16 years old and all that other stuff. So they've taken... Like, I know the housewives of Orange County, they don't put their children on camera anymore.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, because there was a lot of stuff that went down. But my thing is it just kind of ruined the show. Like, it ruined... Because now, like, we don't even see these women in their real, authentic selves.
But you know what I will say? It is, looking at Real Housewives of Atlanta, it is an accurate depiction of how women juggle so much.
That's true. That is true.
We are not just taking care of our households.
Right.
We have whole jobs, businesses on top of jobs, plus the kids, plus this man. Doing so much, multiple businesses at that. And then I have the nerve to be up here glammed every day. Like,
that's true.
The strength, I hate saying it, but the strength of a woman.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we can do so many things and do them well.
Yeah.
All at the same time. That's why I focus so much on self-care.
Yeah.
That's why I do. Because even in, the average woman who's not a Real Housewife of Atlanta, we do juggle so many different roles. We do so many different things. And then we're told, I talked about this on Instagram recently, actually, that we're told we need to be selfless. You have to put yourself on the back burner for the benefit of everyone else around you. And that is a lie.
Yeah. Mind you, no one is going to come out and tell you have to be selfless.
Right.
But this is what they're going to tell you.
They treat you that
way.
way.
This is what they'll tell you. Like, well, where are the kids at? Ma'am, I'm trying to just go out with my friend and have lunch. Why are you asking me about the kids?
Yeah.
Don't you know I have a significant other who's going to be there for their children?
Also, he's babysitting.
Right. Let me tell you something. I love my dad. Hey, Joe. I love my dad. But every time I talk to him, he will, and I'm like, oh, I'm at YANIQUE'S house, or I'm out grocery shopping. Well, where the kids at? As if they need to be with me. And I'm like,
25-8.
I'm like, they at home with their daddy. Oh, wait, isn't he tired? Let the silence be loud for you, okay?
Because, I have a family member.
Yeah.
She's younger, so she's around our age as well. I'm not married, not in a relationship, but I'll tell you later.
Okay, I'm like, who are we talking about?
But she's grown since this, but there was a point where I couldn't really talk to her about things that I was going through, because in her viewpoint, marriages look like the man going out.
Oh, I know. Okay,
providing.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much all he does. And then the woman, yeah, girl, you might have your job, but you still have to do
your little money.
Yeah.
The little money you bring in. Mm-hmm.
But your primary role is to take care of the children, take care of the house. So if you say stuff like, oh, I'm so tired and I can't even clean up the kitchen, girl. I haven't washed dishes in 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like, then what were you doing all day?
Yeah.
Or if you're like, oh, yeah, me and my husband had a whole argument because I was like, dude, you have to start helping clean the house. She's like, what? But he went to work.
Let's lean into the camera at the same time.
You do know that I work?
And I feel like I feel like a lot of women our age and before us, Gen Z, y'all got your own policies going on. I can't help y'all. Women our age and before us, like our mothers, and I feel like we were brainwashed to believe that if you aren't educated, if you aren't having babies out your vajayjay, and if you don't have specifically out your vagina, and if you do not have a man with a ring, then you aren't succeeding.
You're not successful.
You're not successful. And if anybody realizes is all those things I just named are things that are happening to us, not things that we have went out and accomplished ourselves. Right. And all those things are great accomplishments. Don't get me wrong. But it's not where you're going, hey, you built your empire. You've done this. You're raising your children. It is much more of an anguish mentally on women. Much more mentally on women. I'm not saying men don't have their thing, but let's just say this. For every 5 things I'm thinking, he's thinking of 1. Okay? Because I already know what's for dinner tonight. And I'm not even cooking it. I already know what I have to do in the next hour.
Right.
I already know what is going to happen tomorrow. And also because I'm trying...
A month from now. Next year.
Because we're trying to set ourselves up so we don't have those issues. Just like the moms who go out and go, okay, I have my bag of the snacks, all the wipes, a change of clothes.
Because for me and the baby.
And for me and the baby. Because I'm thinking of all in here that has gone wrong before, so I'm going to prepare myself.
Right.
We're chameleons.
I even got snacks for the man.
And I got snacks for the man. Because y'all know he's going to be cranky.
He's going to be cranky if he don't have a snack too.
So we're chameleons. We put ourselves in a situation and we're like, ooh, what's happening?
Right. Let me adapt.
And then the next time we get in this situation again, we got it all taken care of. No questions. Nah. So, yeah.
And his responsibility is to go out and bring home money.
But I'm going to tell you right now, that is our fault as women. Not just solely our fault, but it's our fault because we keep perpetuating it. And we keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have a tough time at work? Okay, go take your shower. I got dinner on the table.
Right. Dinner's on. Okay, you do know that I walk through the door
an hour before you got here.
2.
Yeah.
Or even, you know, like I work from home. And the idea is because you're home,
you must not be doing nothing.
Yeah, you have lots of time.
Right.
On your hands. No, that's not how that works.
My dad.
That's not how it works.
My dad would. I live in Georgia. My family lives in Florida, and he would call to be like, "Hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this?" Throughout the day, like I'm his secretary because he didn't have one at the time. And I was like, "Dad, I'm working." He's like, "Well, why don't you just sit at home?" And mind you, I don't fault him for this because there's a lot of things that he's learned that he didn't understand that, yes, I can work from home and still be working.
Yeah.
For him, if you're home, you must be relaxing.
Relax. But that's what men do. They attribute home with relaxing.
Right. And I'm not relaxed.
Do that.
I'm not relaxed.
We don't have that luxury.
No, we don't.
Because when I get home, there's housework that has to be done. There's children that need to be managed. They have their own lives, their own activities, and you do want to have a relationship with them as well. That's work. Something
I always say to my significant other, like, "Oh, you swear there's like a fairy just coming around. Just look." Yeah. He's like, "Hey, did you?" There's something he said to me the other day. If you look out on my balcony, I have my pothos plant, and I cleaned up my balcony because it was looking a mess. Because when pollen comes to Atlanta,
everything's yellow.
There's no point of cleaning every day. I just let it be. So now it's kind of cleaned itself up. So I went outside, I cleaned up, and I put my plant outside, and I strung all of the vines so that way it can kind of like air itself out and have some room. And it was all bundled up in the corner. And he comes home and he's looking outside the window, drinking his little smoothie, and he goes, "Did the plant just do this by itself?"
It cleaned itself up, hung itself, and hung all the vines.
Mind you, if he just took a second to, I don't know if he did take, but glance at the entire balcony, how it's been swept, cleaned, organized, and he just went,
too much.
Did that just, and I'm just like, y'all be swearing there's just a little fairy going around doing stuff, and then y'all just be like, how did this happen?
Yeah, if they even notice.
Right. Well, first of all, let me tell you about TLC. They stay putting on the wholesome family of America that don't look like us. Them families don't look like us.
They look like our robes.
Yeah.
Say how it is.
Right. The wholesome family. And
extremely
religious, but they're going through they're going through some pedophile situations. The Duggars. If y'all just Google it real quick.
That goes back to toxic purity environment.
So TLC, can you put Nene Leakes on?
Something else, honey.
Yes, please. Can you?
I mean, is that all that people who watch TLC, is that all that they like to see? People having multiple children?
Right, and that's a good question. I never even thought about that.
There's so many shows that are just like that.
About multiple children, raising multiple children. Yeah. And I just never thought, to me, I'm always thinking, oh, it's just always a white family on TV. I never thought, like, they're showcasing multiple children. Mind you, let me tell you about black people. My Nana had, like, 10 daughters.
Okay. My mom is one of 8.
Yeah.
My dad is one of, like, 16.
Right. Like, they're showcasing the modern families who are still having multiple children. Baby, I can point out many people of color who have multiple children and who are going through those struggles and strifes to raise their children.
And honestly, I don't want to see it. It's just not. I have 2. That's enough children for me. Like well, I will say, because I grew up, my grandmother watched the Duggars.
Yeah.
And so I just naturally was watching them. Yeah. I was very interested, not in the parents' life, but in the kids' life. Like, I did like watching how the children raised their kids, like seeing them evolved. I thought that was very interesting. Yeah. But it's purity culture again. I can't do it. I can't do it. I grew up very religious, and it bothers me. I love the Lord. I don't like religion, and I definitely don't like toxic purity culture.
I can't stand it.
Can't get down with
it. Especially when you come on TV and got the nerve to say all these things, but behind the scenes, everybody in that state, in that community where they grew up at, knew what was happening. There's a lot of people who knew what these Duggars were doing and what the men were doing. And
so it's more than just him?
The son?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's it's like, yeah, it's a whole situation. That's why the FBI is involved. It's a whole situation.
I thought it was just him.
And then, mind you, you know how the daughters went off and got married to their men and stuff like that, which I thought was so exciting to watch.
Yeah.
To find out about some of these husbands that have actually been investigated or currently being investigated for like fraud or financial fraud. And I was like, where's the tea?
So Christian.
Child, listen. And how I know one of them married, you know, when they're part of the church and then they go to other countries. Something about, he's a fraud and he actually really takes that money and does something else with it. There was like a whole thing. And I was like, you know, yeah. But I mean,
so acting like a missionary, but self-interested.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of them, and it makes me sad because watching the girls, because I was always interested in the girls because I was very much intrigued in their thought process, and I remember when one of them got married, that's when she started wearing pants.
Yeah,
and she's a little bit more forward thinking. There's one who's outspoken, a little bit more forward thinking, started wearing pants, started wearing jewelry, and she's actually
because she got her nose pierced. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
and she's actually she can get the spin off. She's learning, like, hey, what I was taught isn't actually 100% accurate.
Truth.
Right. I'm not saying that the God part is not accurate. I'm saying
that
like
part wasn't
you
either.
Have to wear a dress. Do you know that men used to...
Which is how I grew up.
Yeah. Men used to wear robes and dresses.
Yeah.
Gowns. Irishmen.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah, that's a thing. And for it to be a stigma of only women... wearing them, you know, so she's grown out of that type of stuff. So
it's interesting because I just mentioned this on my Instagram stories today, where I said because I am Christian, so I stand by my Christianity and I stand by Christian values,
right?
But a lot of I don't want to speak on modern church, but the church that I grew up with, right, that in Duggar church, Duggar religion, this very extreme Christian religion is very deceitful. And the problem with it is because we who grow up in those environments, we're taught to rely on the pastors and the elders in the church.
Mind you, the pastor was sleeping with the sister, what's her name over here? Okay, so just gonna throw that out there.
And they almost worship the pastor. Like the pastor can do
idolizing a person.
Yeah. Right. Creating an idol out of the pastor. But when you start to study God's word for yourself, then that is the only way that you know the truth. Right. Because what the enemy will do, even in the church, he'll take the truth and he'll twist it enough
to fit his narrative. Sorry, I'm finishing my sentence. You go right ahead. My bad. My bad.
But that's how true deceit happens, because it looks like truth, it feels like truth, logically it makes sense like truth, but there's just a little bit.
Right. And that little bit right there is all anybody is gonna take in.
And you know how you know?
Yeah.
This is how I've learned to discern. Yeah. Yes, you have to read and study for yourself. Yeah. But also, if it's always from a standpoint of criticism, if it's always critical, if it's always tearing you down, something's wrong. Because God's word is love. God's word is meant to edify. You shouldn't fear him.
Remember, we have this is why y'all need to listen to the podcast. We've had these conversations about fearing, being raised in the church, and they making you fear God.
Be fearful. Yeah. Right. Because when it says, I have the fear of God in the Bible, it is not, I'm scared. Right. It's more, I've acknowledged that his presence is here, and I want to make sure that I'm living a life according to his word. Yeah. Not that I'm scared of him. Right. And I'm scared to go to hell, because that's the way that I felt, right? I gotta love the Lord, because I don't want to go to hell. Right. It's like, it's actually pretty easy to get to heaven. That's actually the pretty easy part. Yeah. It's not that hard to get there.
I could have swore it said somewhere in there, I don't read the Bible, so you just let me know. Yeah. Could have swore it said somewhere in there that he's a forgiving God.
He is. Yeah. He says so much so, he forgives so much so that he will toss the memory into the sea of forgetfulness. Right. But you have to study the word yourself. Yeah. So basically, don't be deceived. Read for yourself. Yes. The camera died, if you can't tell.
Like 20 minutes ago, it died.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is, just welcome to our friendship. Hi, I'm Unique.
Hi, I'm Jelena.
We go on tangents. We are actual friends in real life.
This ain't no YouTube flex,
not a YouTube
okay?
thing.
This is my bestie. She's the godmother of my daughter and son, and I am the godmother of her children.
Period. So, if you really like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Go down in the description box and join in on our conversation. Let us know, do you think Porsha was right? Was she in the wrong?
Or should we just mind the business that pays us?
That part. We would love to hear what you guys say. You know, I respond to all your comments anyway. So we'll be down in there talking more about it. Follow Jelena on all of her socials. I'll make sure I add everything here and down in the description box below. And we will see you all in the next one.